Thank you, Deputy Speaker. Well, Deputy Speaker, what a valiant effort in wrapping a whole lot of rubbish in a ribbon. Honestly, you cannot, let's bell the cat here, you cannot drag millions and millions of dollars out of a particular area, such as skills, then say, because what's left, we've given it a new name, we've got new initiatives. That is what the government is attempting to do. The reality is that there's been $2 billion in programs in the skills area that have been cut, and the bit that was left, the member, for example, talked about the Industry Skills Council, the Industry Skills Fund. The bit that is left, half the size of the original programs that were knocked off to create it, is rebadged and renamed, and we're told, isn't it wonderful they got a new program? Well, it's not wonderful. It's not wonderful because what the government has actually done is cut $2 billion out of the skills programs and $1 billion out of support for apprentices, and it should be held responsible for it, and young apprentices, their families, will be holding them responsible for it. I did want to take the opportunity to back my colleague's matter of public importance today, because, as we indicated in the parliament, and I acknowledge the minister acknowledged, today is National TAFE Day. Now, the point I want to make in this debate about the importance of creating opportunities for both jobs and the training that will go towards achieving those jobs for not only young people but for the whole Australian population, is that many people find themselves in life circumstances where they need to retrain. They might have been out of the workforce, for example, raising a family for a significant amount of time. They need to re-enter the workforce. They might be existing workers in an industry sector that's been the topic of much debate, and my colleague raised some of these industry sectors where workers need to re-skill for future job opportunities. This is a significant task in investing in the people of this nation. This government sees it simply as a cost. That's how they view it. It's a cost, and as much of you as you can cut out of it, you cut out of it, down to the bone, and then you blame the people who fall through the cracks and are not able to actually get the training and education they need to get into the jobs for their own situation, and then you doubly punish them by making it, for example, a 6-month waiting period to get income support. That's the reality of what they've done in this budget. That's the reality that will face communities across this nation. I particularly want to take the previous member who talked about the importance of providing pathways to the really disgraceful cut in the apprenticeship sector that they've made in this budget, which is to abolish the Apprentice Access Program. I, for example, visited one of these in Parramatta, run by the Motor Traders Association, working with the most disadvantaged young people in that area to give them exactly what the member was talking about, the basic skills as a pre-apprenticeship level course to equip them to get an apprenticeship. Why is that cut if the government's as committed as it says it is to providing young people with pathways? The apprentice mentoring program, which provided mature-age people as supports for apprentices to assist them to ensure that they can get through to completion. Another great program, well supported by industries wanting to give young people a chance, abolished, completely gone. So if the government is as serious as they claim to be, they have exactly gone to the very wrong programs in terms of the cuts that they've made. And as a result of that, they are leaving young people, their families and communities in a much more difficult situation. It's not surprising, because we've had quite a few years now with Conservative state governments who have done exactly the same sort of agenda with our tremendous TAFE system. TAFE has provided trades and second chance education for people across this country for a number of generations now. It's a trusted brand, and it should be a trusted brand, because its priority and its focus has been providing the skills and opportunities, the re-entry qualifications that people need to engage in further education and work. It is a national asset. It's actually a national strategic advantage that we've had such a fantastic public education provider in the vet sector. On this day, as in every day of the year, we should all be committed to challenging those state governments who've been cutting the heart out of their TAFEs and call them on it and say reinstate TAFE, recommit to supporting it and ensure it has a long and prosperous future in this country.
Order. Call the honourable member for Hume.